few weeks ago, we started the colossal project of upgrading all of our navigational equipment.
Okay, this is awful.
Unfortunately, things didn't go to plan and we were unable to complete the job. And ever since then, we've been dealing with some pretty extreme weather that has not allowed us to go back up the mast. In this video, we're going back up the mast to install the new wind instruments, but things took way longer than expected, and I got stuck up there after dark. I don't particularly like heights, and there's a few small details that need to be completed, so Becky goes up there next. She said she'd be fine.
Corey needs to try to get up there and finish the install of the wind instrument, and we have lines that we don't trust, so we want to be safe, so we bought new. We learned that our main halyard is spliced and the splice is coming apart. So it has actually two splices, but the main splice is coming apart. So that was his safety line, so that's no good. Topping lift, we don't know how old it is, but it looks a little misshapen. So I think this is going to be our main, and this one will be our topping lift. So this line is really easy. I don't know what this is. This is a double braid.
The one we bought?
Yeah, this is a cruising grade 1/2 inch. I don't know. I can't remember all the details, but it's really hard. And maybe it's just because this is old and kind of broken down. It's kind of hard to get through this. I'm just gonna do some of this back and forth. What do you think? Think that'll work?
I hope so.
Our main halyard runs up into the mast. It comes out at the top, and then they have run it to where it loops down, and this attaches to the sail with a low friction shackle. The only reason we can think of that you might do it this way is mechanical advantage, but I'm not sure. So if you know of some reason that this would be better, let us know. But for now, we're gonna do it just straight up and straight back down.
Okay, so this is a piece of 1/4 inch aluminum, and I've got it marked here. Can you see? I've got it marked here, and this is the contour of the mast, and then I've just made some nice kind of curves on these corners. Kind of a bit of a mess, I know. I'm gonna get some people in the comments saying, oh, you should do this or you should do that. I know. What's gonna happen here is this is going to be for the wind instrument, and I don't have a good place or an easy way to mount it to the top of the mast as it stands right now with me climbing the mast. I don't know, it's probably me. I'm just not comfortable doing it. I don't know, when I get up there, it's just kind of difficult to do things. So this is my solution. I've got these leftover pieces of 1/4 inch scrap aluminum. I'm going to fabricate a bracket that's gonna act like a shelf, and I've got 2 of these, and this is going to bolt to the side of the mast, and then our wind instrument is going to attach to this and stick out, and it's gonna, measure the wind. Want to drill into the mast, the bolt teeths to the mast. I got this nifty little kit here. So I'm actually gonna drill it, I'm gonna tap it, and I've got 3/16 stainless screws that we're gonna match this tap set, and that's gonna go in, so we're actually gonna tap it into the mast. A little bit of thread lock, and away we go. I'm gonna cut this out with my trusty jigsaw. Now, trigger alert, every time I use this, I get a whole bunch of comments saying that I'm not of a high level of intelligence, and I'm going to cut my fingers off. I'm not gonna cut my fingers off. This is a jigsaw. At worst, I'm gonna get a bad abrasion. It's not like this kind of blade, right? So I know where my fingers are in relation to the blade, and I don't have any other way to do this. So this is how we're gonna do it. Don't do as I do. So if I accidentally cut my finger off, I'm not gonna show it. I'm gonna edit that part out, and I'm just gonna look like this. When you see me next time, I'll be like this. Okay, and you'll just connect the dots and you'll know what happened, all right? But if you have to, go ahead and leave those comments down below about safety. Oh, wait, we gotta be safe. Here we go. Okay, let's go ahead and cut this. Let's cut this guy out. Okay, so I've got this almost cut out. I've got these tiny little tabs here I have to do yet. Ella's over here getting some exercise.
Oh, hello.
And we're just working our way through. This is that piece, and this is the contour of the mast. So that is pretty good. Off camera, I've drilled out my holes. And then these guys, these little angle brackets that I bought that are aluminum, are gonna go on here like this. And then these guys here are gonna drop in like that. So here we are, this thing is all put together. And I just talked to my friend Todd over on the channel Sailing Spoon Drifter, and he said it looks good by his standard, and he recommended some anti-seize. So I went ahead and put some anti-seize on there. He actually recommended Teflube, which I don't have, but it sounds like that's the same stuff. So now what we need to do is, this is the mounting bracket for the wind instrument like this, and this guy sits in here. It kind of like snaps in, so this will go on that plate, and then this will go in here like this, and then it snaps in like that. Mount this bracket to my plate ahead of time, and then I'll be ready to go. Make sure I get the orientation right. This is forward. Yes, so it's got to go this way.
This is our new AIS, Digital Yachts AIT 5000. It's a B+. I bought this from Defender Marine because I did get a Defender Marine membership, so it was a significant savings actually over what else we saw. I think most places it was about $1,100. Oops. Most places we looked, it's about $1,100 for this, and we paid I think $860 with the Defender First membership, so well worth that. Not a sponsor, just something we found that helps us save money. So, but this is it. Stays in about the same footprint as our previous AIS, but this one has a built-in zero loss VHF antenna splitter, so we can use the antenna at the top of the mast, which is the same one for our radio. We can do Wi-Fi, has built-in Wi-Fi, so we can pick it up on tablet and phones. It is the NMEA 2000, so we can hook it straight into the backbone of our system, which is fantastic. I believe it comes with a GPS antenna. Let's see. Yes, right there. So this will go on our arch on the back. Oh, that's nice. Check it out. They make the little adapter thing really skinny for feeding it, and then you can screw this on once you get it through the walls or the tubes or whatever. This, when we get our arch, will go on the top of the arch. For now, it's going to go on our davit system, so we've got to figure out where we're going to mount this. So.
All right, so here's the situation. So I've got redundancy. The orange is the rock climbing harness, and we have it attached to this blue, white, and black line here. That is the safety line, and we're also going to try to use it. Becky's going to try to hoist me up. The yellow apparatus is the ascenders. It is so time-consuming and laborious that if I can be hoisted up, that's definitely preferable. Going up there to install this wind instrument at the very tippity top of the mast. Also on the agenda, we have to lube the track. So I'm taking up with me the lube. And this line here is the previous main halyard, and it's gonna need to come down. And actually, I'll probably need those pliers for that. You wanna toss them in the bag? So we got to take that down. It's got a splice at the very top, like an eye splice, and then it also has a line splice, which is really scary because we actually used it last time and I trusted myself with that, and I shouldn't have. Okay. All right, so we are at this level, and this is the old main halyard. I thought that maybe this was anti-chafe, but obviously it's not. It's a full-on splice. It's pretty scary that I was using that to get up here. So we're almost to the top. Not quite to the top yet, but we're getting there. And then, big job. Okay, we are basically at the top of the mast. I am above the tree line, which I don't like. This apparatus that I've made is going to attach right in here somewhere. I've got a little lanyard. I don't know what you call this. It's like a bungee cord for night passages. Anyway, I got myself strapped in there so I can kind of hold myself like this. And we'll see if I can make this work. Honestly, at the moment, I'm a little bit less than optimistic, but we'll try. I'm not going to be able to film putting it on, so I'll film right now before and I'll film after.
So, Corey's up the mast. I'm down here where the generator is, water tank and whatnot. We have this purple line. There's a teeny tiny hole up in here, which isn't even worth trying to show you because you can't see it, the darkness. We've managed to get this down here. This was a nightmare, but we got it down. So now we're gonna try to run the line for the wind instrument. So last time we attempted to do this was not good. It got jammed up inside of the mast. There's a lot of stuff that runs. Sorry, that was loud. There's a lot of stuff that runs inside the mast, so there's a lot of things to get tangled up in, a lot of line and wires and all this stuff. So, ready? Tell me when. Do you want me to check the end before we pull it to make sure they connect together? If you're dropping it, okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, so we finally got the line threaded down through, and I've got my wire for the Windex, for the wind instrument taped on here. Now we're gonna try to fish it down, and Becky's gonna have to get it out.
All right, so pulling down. He says I can pull, but don't pull hard. So this is where it all fell apart last time, but we had a much thinner string. It got hung up and it just ripped into pieces. Oh, here I thought wire was coming any minute. It's never that easy. No, I can't. What? I cannot. Okay, I'm gonna pull my way. See, this is just a little bit. So, again, hung up on things last time, tore the line, so we're a little more. It's stuck. It is stuck. So, yeah, this is. I'll try to pull again. This is the problem we run into. It gets stuck, and then it gets unstuck, and then it gets stuck. Oh, and it's out! Okay. Oh my gosh, it's out.
Okay, that was one of the hard steps.
It's out. Oh my gosh. We have a stinking wind.
I'll secure it so I don't lose it up here.
Tape it. You still have the tape, right?
Well, yeah, but
just tape it around the mast.
I'm trying, baby. I don't have a great place to put it. Yeah, I never thought I'd be up the mast at night, but we have it installed. Here's my work. Can you see? I'm going to try to shine a light on it. There we go. So there it is. Now I'm going to have to come back up here again. I'm I'm gonna have to come back up here again because I can't do this. I need to anchor the wire more securely, and I just can't do that right now in the dark. But we got it up. I've got a little bit of electrical tape holding it on there. All right, it's time to come down. Becky's gonna crank me down. So I've been up the mast like a dozen times, and I've spent collectively hours up there, and I don't like it.
Let's change a dozen to like 3.
No, it's been more than that.
It's been 4 at the most. It hasn't been a dozen. You're exaggerating.
I don't think 4 at the most is. I think that's exaggerating on the underside.
It's not been a dozen. Not even close.
So anyway, I've been up there a lot for hours and hours at a time. I think I've been up 3 times at least just for the radar, maybe 4, and at least twice to go up to the top. We know I've been up there before.
Well, that's not a dozen.
Okay, so that's 6. Okay, maybe it's not a dozen. Anyway, I've had enough for a while. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to go up there again soon, but Becky's just kind of talking the talk, acting like it's no big deal, and what's your problem? She claims I'm just afraid of heights.
He is afraid of heights. Don't let him tell you otherwise.
So using that logic that I'm afraid of heights, at least I conquered my fears and I went up there multiple times and got all the stuff done. But she still acts like she has no problem. She thinks it's no big deal. She can't seem to understand how difficult it is to do things up there. At least that's my perspective. We're gonna find out. Becky's gonna go up there. She's got 2 easy jobs and then maybe a difficult job. The 2 easy jobs are she's got to take this halyard down. This one here. It is up there.
He left it.
I left it. Well, it was pitch black dark out.
And he was tired of being up there.
I'd been up there for hours already.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of heights. I've done high things before, bungee jumping, and I'm not afraid of heights, so. So I'm here, I'm at the top. This is nothing. Told you, Corey. It's beautiful, beautiful. There's our wind instrument. Working away. Corey wants me to check his plate while I'm up here. He also wants me to try to wrap some tape. I honestly don't know that I have the arm length to do it. Is the problem. So I'm gonna concentrate on this first, get that undone. And then, yeah, the wind's starting to pick up. It is a long way down. It's a long way down. It's nice up here though, it's quiet, I like it. Ready?
Yep. This is some of our old equipment that we took out of the boat, and I bet you're wondering why would we take this stuff out, and the reason was because we didn't have a working radar, and that's something that we really felt like we needed, and we found a really good deal on a package on B&G equipment that had a radar included. We knew we would likely be replacing these things within a couple of years, so we decided to just do it now. This stuff was fine. This chart plotter worked great. The wind instrument worked great. We have a brand new tridata that wasn't even installed. And then also left on the boat were spares. Like we have a spare one of these guys, and we had a spare which was labeled needs to be refurbished. Wind instrument here. So, you know, what are we gonna do with this? Well, we really enjoy watching sailing spoon drifters, and these guys have been working on their boat for several years. They just got it resplashed. It was hurricane damaged and needed extensive work, more than they thought it was going to need. They just got it back in the water, and they're getting ready in a few weeks to go on their first trip. It's going to be heading from Texas towards the Gulf Coast, towards Florida eventually, and they don't have a chart plotter. They're going to be using their cell phone or a tablet or something. So we're going to pack this all up and we're going to ship it to them. I really hope, I think a couple of cables and they'll be able to get all of this stuff back in working order, and we enjoy paying it forward. So yeah, if you want to watch this video of them receiving this package, click this link right here.